Do you play chess and find yourself getting checkmated faster than you can say checkmate? Well, fear not! Today we are diving into the mystical, the enigmatic, the downright dazzling world of the Stonewall opening.
Hello, chess theorists. Welcome to Chess Theory. So, I will be teaching you the basics of my favorite opening, and quite frankly, one of the openings played by Magnus Carlsen.
I don't know what you're talking about. The Stonewall is an excellent opening. I play it, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt to play other things. But the Stonewall is a good opening for several reasons. One of them is that you're making some positional concessions early on, so the game will be great because things can only go upward from here.
If you look at that, use the Stonewall opening too. So, might as well learn it, right? Let's get into it. As the Stonewall opening starts with d4. We play as white here. There are many ways that black can respond to this, but let's start with off with the basics. So d5, the most common move. You may recognize it from that one opening that everyone knows, the London system. But today we are not focusing on the London system. We are focusing on its counterpart, and that is Stonewall open. So what is Stonewall? We create this pyramid of fortress, as the name suggests, Stonewall. And then instead of you developing your bishop on the second move, you block it, but open the bishop for your white bishop and attack here. This is the vulnerable one of the black side. So if you're play against Stonewall, you know the plans. Then next, most common move, knight f6. You go bishop d3, 3 bishop d3. Then next is knight c6. Always remember, this is one tip that I always give people or students that I teach. The Stonewall opening is that as long as it's a piece, not a person, threats this e5 square, you always move f5. After f4, you move e6. Why? Black king would want castle ASAP. That's one of the rules of chess, and you must also do it. So, in that, go knight f3, bishop d6, castle, castle. Now all the kings have castle. You would want to protect this square. I mostly do it on the fourth, but this time we prioritize your castle, and let's go do it right now. After that, the rook, the black might want to put this rook on e8 to threaten this e5, but we just don't care and push c3. Then black might want to go d7 to develop his white. We go here. If black hits this with the knight, you get fork, obviously. But in most cases, it's with the bishop. Or just don't get it at all. Sometimes you just stay there. If that happens, you put your knight here. So after knight e5, this is technically the Stonewall attack. You have your pawn structure here, pyramid of power, fortress of power. This is just casually developing its pieces, castle, castle, and yeah. You might say that you have a bad bishop, but don't worry, this bishop will shine on the endgame, and once you open this up. So technically, this is my tips and tricks. There are times that black might go c5, which it attacks the d pawn. Just don't panic, just protect it with the c3. So what happens if it takes? Just take back with the e pawn. Never take with the c pawn because it opens the line, the rook, there's possibilities, and plus once you open this, also have this bishop right here. It's not closed anymore. You have this attack, it's dangerously attack the king side. So that's one tip. Hey, there's certain cases that this happens after knight f6, bishop d3. There are certain cases that black might play c5. This move is actually really good because it doesn't black block the knight, and because if you move here, you will block the c5 pawn. It also attacks the d pawn. So it's like I said, just move the c pawn, then knight, like I said, move the f pawn, and then there's this attacking of the queen. Just don't panic, just inhale and exhale, go knight f3. After that, pawn e6, just castle, and then bishop d6. This is where it comes in. This is where mostly people tend to the mistake. People like you and me and our robots normally goes for knight bd2. Oh, what's wrong with that? It protects a knight, everything's protected. There's one thing that you may have missed. C takes d4. Well, what's the problem with that? You can just take the c pawn. But now, black can go rook c8, which after this knight move, black controls this pawn. This is why we never take the c pawn. There's also an alternative. If you don't take, you instead take with the e pawn, bishop takes after. One pawn out. It's not a big deal, right? When you go to the endgame, you realize how important that pawn is. So, don't take the risk. You play defense and go for queen e1. This removes the pin from the knight, and if ever bishop takes, just take with the rook. After castles, you go here to protect it. e1, e8. Right. This is Stonewall Attack. Essentially the basics. This concludes our basics for the Stonewall Attack, and I hope you, fellow chess theorists, have learned something new. I learned something new also. There's so many things that I haven't learned. This really helps a lot. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.